I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is about Teresa Balboa. Now, Teresa Balboa just recently came into the spotlight because she was the stepmother of a 6-year-old, well, now 6-year-old, he just turned 6 over the weekend. A now 6-year-old Samuel Olson. She was his stepmother. She had been under the care of the biological father, Dalton Olsen, and apparently he would visit back and forth with the paternal grandparents. But on May the 27th, she told the father, upon, I guess he was away from work or something, that the mother had came and was also with another person that was in full police uniform, telling her that she had to surrender the child or she would be in trouble for kidnapping. So we're just going to dig around in this story to see what they're not saying and what's not been found out yet. So Holy Spirit guides and ancestors, join me here as we investigate what was on Teresa's mind. Now, Samuel was found in Jasper, Texas at the Best Western Hotel, room number 106. But that's not where the story begins. You should be able to find Teresa's energy at the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway in Houston, Texas. This is Teresa Balboa, 29 years old, in Houston, Texas, in the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway. And Spirit, can you take us to the day before? Now, they called the police on the evening of the 27th. So we would like to go and see what was going on May the 26th in the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway within the home of Teresa Balboa. What was going on inside the home on May the 26th of 2021? Inside the home at the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway in Houston, Texas. And this is Teresa Balboa, who is 29 years old. And she is in the company of a small child who is a male child, Samuel Olsen, and at the time he would have been 5 years old. And they're in the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway in Houston, Texas. So we have 3 jumpers, and I'm going to get the last one just to see what we have to get us started. Alright, so we have the chariot, a 2 of cups, the lovers, and temperance. Now I would say I'm not surprised to see this temperance card earlier, because this morning I was, asking around a few questions about this, and the temperance card came out then. And when I looked at this card, it was for some reason I was looking at the water hose that's connected to these water jugs. But hold on, let me find my pointer thing. Now, you see the way this hose is connected, like they're siphoning the water? Something to do with water, the way this water is in this picture. We're going to come back to that one and clarify it. Alright, but another one that came out was the lovers. And this could be a Gemini, but this is for the most part a, just a couple doing normal couple stuff, laying up. But also, Spirit is urging me with this Gemini card, like they're saying, like Jekyll and Hyde. Because you know how Gemini really is 2 different people. So I'm getting the idea that this Theresa Balboa may have been a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde. And then we have another love card, the Two of Cups. Now this card here, this guy here kind of looks like the Dalton Olsen. Right there. This is giving me the vibes of when they had that press conference on, I'm thinking the press conference had to be around May the 28th of 2021 when they were standing there talking and she was all up under him, like hugging him and stuff. Alright. And lastly, we have the Chariot. Now this is a Cancer card, but I don't think this has anything to do with cancers. This card here, I'm getting the movement, but not only moving, but I'm getting the feeling like they keep showing me like underneath the Chariot, that dark area right there. I'm gonna yeah, so we're gonna start clarifying these, the four of them. And to do that, we're gonna use the Spider deck and the Tarot and Wonderland deck, and probably all the rest of them too. But let's just start out. Why is the Chariot here for Theresa Balboa in the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway in Houston on on May the 26th, 2021? Why is the Chariot here for Theresa Balboa on May the 26th in the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway? Is it something underneath this Chariot, something that isn't being seen? Oh, it's kind of messy. Clarify this Chariot here for Theresa Balboa on May the 26th. Alright, I got them. Let's see what they say. Alright. So what came out is organization and escape from deceit. So now I'm getting the feeling like what did happen on May the 27th almost happened the day before. I wonder if they were thinking about moving. Because this organization card here, I'm getting the sense that the whole organization was moving, or the whole family was about to move somewhere. Alright, I want to clarify the organization card. Why is the organization here on top of the Chariot for Theresa Balboa on May the 26th of 2021? This is the day before it happened. Clarify organization here on top of the Chariot for Theresa Balboa on May the 26th, 2020. Was the whole family about to move? Were they all moving somewhere? Why is the organization here on top of the Chariot? Alright. So what came out is the Four of Wands. And on this card, they're having me, I'm looking at behind her. You know, this is a celebratory card, but no. Behind her is the, it's the House of Cards. And we all know what happens to the House of Cards. One wrong move and it all falls apart. So I am getting the sense that they were going to move, or maybe she was going to move. Or perhaps she knew it, she had planned on doing that. She wasn't going to be able to stay there, but considering this is the day before, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of hearing the word eviction or move or something like that in the background. But something about this housing wasn't all the way stable. Alright, now let's go on and clarify this Two of Cups here. This is her and Dalton at the press conference. And in this card, she is looking down. She's looking down at a map in this card. And he's looking at looks like a stopwatch or something that you would count the miles or the times with. I wonder, at this moment, did he suspect her? So let's see. Spirit, concerning the Two of Cups for Teresa, Balboa, and Dalton Olsen, clearly. Concerning the two of them, during this press conference, did he suspect her of having something to do with his child being missing? During the press conference, did Dalton Olsen suspect Teresa Balboa of having something to do with his child being missing? During that first press conference in Houston, Texas, while they were standing together, did... It's too many, and when it's too many, I take the top one and the bottom one. Alright. Haha, another Two of Cups came out. So the Two of Cups has doubled down. And with the Two of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is like a happy couple. See, they're happy, they're smiling. So no. He was still happy in the relationship at that press conference. He didn't suspect her. Oh, she must be one real cool cucumber, because how can you stand right next to somebody knowing you done did away with their loved one and not take off running or something. Alright, so next up, again, we have a couple in bed, the lovers. But like I was saying before, when this card first came out, it's giving me some strong Gemini, Jekyll and Hyde energy. I think she was showing one face towards Dalton and another face towards Samuel. So to clarify this Jekyll and Hyde situation that Teresa has going on, we're going to use this movie tarot to do that. Spirit, why are you... Wouldn't even let me get the question out. Hold on, y'all. Dang. Spirit, why are you referring to Teresa as Jekyll and Hyde? Is she a Gemini, or does she exhibit signs of aggression when she's around certain people? Does she turn into aggression, maybe? Ooh, it flipped over. Two of them flipped. Alright. Let's see what they are. Ooh, three of them. A hidden card. I love hidden cards. Okay, but first we have the Knight of Coins, and of course this is Neo and the Matrix. And he kind of turned into two different people. You know, at first he was just a normal guy, office worker, and then he turned into like this super online, you know how the story goes. And he was really good at what he did too. When he was in the Matrix and out of the Matrix, he was really good at what he was doing. I'm getting she's really good at going in and out of this act. And also we have the Five of Coins. And this is the you know, I'm not gonna say the poor card, but this is the not having a whole lot of money card. You know, I guess you could say you live in check to check, or as some people would call it, hand to mouth. You know, as soon as you get it in your hand, you gotta put it up to your mouth. That's not funny. Spirit, focus. Alright. So we got some check to check living and some Jekyll and Hyde. And lastly, the moon card. And this is David Bowie. The way I'm this is like kind of like her energy real strong. Well, I'm not sure what movie this is from, but yeah, he has a hidden hand on this card, and that's not a normal feature on the moon card. See that hand over there? It's missing. Well, it's not missing. It's behind his back. It's hidden. Yeah. Alright. And lastly, this temperance card with this water. I definitely want to clarify what's going on with this water. And to do that, I'm going to use this Hermetic Tarot. Let me move these out the way. I'm not going to be happy till they all fall on the floor. Alright, Spirit, can you clarify why? Can you clarify why Teresa has the Temperance card for May the 26th of 2021? Was she doing something with water, or did something happen with Samuel in water? Or was she measuring something into water? What is it about the water in this card? Alright. What came out is a watery card, Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is all about, you know, variety, being able to choose. But this is like illusionary success, it says. I don't see any actual water in any of these cups. All of these cups are dry. These cups are barren, they say. I'm going to clarify the empty cups. And to do that, we're going to use the Omega Land. But why is the Seven of Cups here on top of this Temperance for Theresa Balboa on May the 26th? This is the day before. We are still in the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway in Houston, Texas. And we are with Theresa Balboa, who's 29. It's May the 26th of 2021. We're in the 15,000 block of Gulf Freeway. Alright, let's see. Oh, 3. Alright, so we had a Ten of Swords, which is, this is, you know, utter defeat, rock bottom. But for some reason, I'm looking at this card. You know the phrase, I only have 2 hands. That's what I'm hearing. And both of his hands are bent down. Well, so is his legs. So both of these hands are I want to say like both these hands and the legs are bound. Alright, and we have the 9 of Wands. Now this particular one is endurance. And there's a lot of variety in this card as well. These are all high number cards. 7 of Cups, a 10 of Swords, a 9 of Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune is a 10 too. But this Wheel of Fortune card, this is like my poker face card, this one. Again, back to the Jekyll and Hyde energy. Not being able to really see. You know, you can't see the person's hand, and you're not supposed to be able to see their reaction to their cards on their face. I'm almost like, this water thing is like really bugging me. Alright, we're gonna get to the questions. But this whole, these cards here, with his hands being pinned down and the poker face and the empty cups and the water and the 9 of Wands, which is the strength. I'm kind of getting the vibes like maybe somebody was like held under some water, maybe. We're gonna come back to that one. Alright, so let's ask, we have questions. Right, we have questions. See, question number 1 is, why did Teresa dislike Samuel? That's a good question. Alright, and to answer that question, we're going to use the spider deck. Alright, now Spirit, not on any particular day, but I would say let's go back there for 6 weeks. Okay, we're not going to go too far. We're only going to go 6 weeks back from the day of May the 27th in 2021. And take us to, that one jumped out. We'll look at it later. Take us to a day when Dalton, Samuel, and Teresa were all together in a family setting. Take us to a day when they're together within the past 6 weeks. And can you tell us what was it about Samuel that Teresa did not like? Or what was it about him that she didn't favor? Alright, so we have 2. Alright, let's see what they are. Alright. So what came out is the Wise Old Man, which is a good card. In a Time of Plenty. Now this is giving me grandma house vibes, for sure. I wonder how come she didn't like grandma and granddad house. But that's like why, you know, why she didn't like him and grandma and granddad's house come out. We're gonna ask why that came out, and to do that we're gonna go back to the Tarot and Wonderland deck. Alright, now Spirit, within the past 6 weeks, in this family setting between Samuel, Dalton, and Teresa at Grandma and Granddad's house, why was this specifically pointed out as what she doesn't like? Why doesn't she like when... Why doesn't she like when Grandma and Granddad are involved in the family? There they go. They kind of just came up in my hand. Alright. So what came out with Grandma and Granddad's house is the Five of Pentacles. So we're back on that again. We're getting a lot of doubles tonight. We done had the Two of Cups come out twice. Now we got Five of Coins. So we got the Five of Coins again. And the Ace of Swords. And this Ace of Swords is, I don't want to say it's like a new problem every time, but Teresa felt as though their grandparents was picking on her. You know, like maybe she didn't have a job or something. They was like, why aren't you working, or why this or why that? Because, you know, I guess we keep coming up with the Five of Coins. That is a good question. Why aren't you working? I'm going to clarify this Ace of Swords card. That's all I'm seeing, that it is poking a new problem every time, like a new, I don't want to say a new discomfort, but it's always a problem. Let's see. Spirit, why is the Ace of Swords here on top of the Five of Pentacles? Why is the Ace of Swords here on top of the Five of Pentacles? And this is for Theresa Balboa when she's dealing with the Olson family. Why is the Ace of Swords here? And this is in May of 2021, within the past 6 weeks. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Alright. I see it. Alright. So the Ace of Swords is clarified with disloyalty and unusual good luck. This loyalty card, I'm trying to think, is it, I want to clarify, because I'm getting like, as it, you know when couples argue and then the families get involved and you be wanting somebody to take your side? I'm getting the sense that the father, Dalton, was siding with Teresa. Possibly about why she wasn't working or why she wasn't able to put money towards the household. But this disloyalty is definitely him disagreeing with his family and being on Teresa's side. And that was, for her, unusual good luck. Because he usually takes, you know, the family side. So she was causing a rift in the Olsen family within the last 6 weeks. Alright, what's the next question? Okay, now, right. As we know, Samuel was found ultimately in the Best Western Hotel in Jasper, Texas, which is 130 miles away. And there was a 6-day window in between the press conference on May the 27th and the body being found on June the 1st. There was a 6-day window and a 130-mile difference. So, Spirit, we're leaving 6 weeks behind in the past. Now, I want you to take us to I want to go to May the 30th of 2021. I want to go to May the 30th of 2021. And I'm in Houston, Texas still. And I'm with Theresa Balboa. But on this day, can you tell me what was the mood? And where was Samuel at this time? Where was she hiding him at on May the 30th of 2021 in Houston, Texas? Where was he before she took him to the room? Spirit, can you tell us where Theresa Balboa had Samuel Olsen at on May the 30th of 2021? Alright. And another double card. The third double. Another 9 of Wands. To go with this one. Alright. So this is pertaining to where he was before the room on June the 1st. The only thing that stands out to me with this card right now are these screws on the end of the wands. I'm going to clarify this. Spirit, why is the 9 of Wands here for Theresa Balboa on May the 30th of 2021 pertaining to where she had Samuel's body at? Why is the 9 of Wands here? Flipped over. Let's see. So what came out is the Page of Cups. And on this Page of Cups, behind her in the cup, is this, see, like that little house? It could be like a car porch, garage, or a shed. But it's not attached to anything. This isn't attached to a house. It's not attached to a car. This is just a small structure standing alone. But you can hitch it up to something right there. It can be attached to something. You know what they're showing me? You know how you can rent just that little thing to pull behind your car? That's what I'm seeing now. And that, I guess that is kind of like, you know, something like that. So he was in some sort of a small trailer or a camper. Something that you can attach to. A car. But I'm also getting like garage vibes. Alright. So, what's the next question? Right. Why wasn't Samuel just returned home to his mother? This is like the second story I recently did to where the real mother was saying she couldn't find the child. Now, the child is missing. And Jekyll and Hyde was left in charge. Big mistake. So let's clarify. Let's find out why they didn't just give the child back. Spirit, can you tell us? Let me get the questions out. Spirit, can you tell us on January the 20th of 2020 when Dalton Olsen and I'm going to let them sit there. That's a lot of them. I may look at them. They won't let me finish this question. I'm going to finish the question anyway. Spirit, on January the 20th of 2020, concerning Teresa, Dalton, and the birth mother, Sarah, and the child, Samuel, can you tell us why the father and Teresa didn't just return the child to his mother, Sarah? Why was the child not returned? Alright. Okay. So. We have the 10 of needles and the 9 of needles. And this time the Hierophant has come out here. Now the Hierophant is an official person. He's always the official person. And this, you know, pin cushion, I'm hearing the phrase, you know, stick a fork in me, or, you know, stick up pins in the pin cushion. But also this 9 of needles is this like circus clown type person performing on a unicycle. As I'm looking at these cards, these are again a lot of numbers, and these are like a record kinda. Like, you know how when you get a bank statement and they'll be like, you know, March, June, July, and so on and so on. This is, I'm feeling like this is a child support record, or some sort of a financial record or custodial agreement. It could very well be child support. But these here is, you know, it's too many payments. And the child was only 5, had just turned 6, so that was what, like 12 more years of child support they were about to be on. That could be why the 5 of coins came up twice. And, you know, I don't want to say they were in a situation or weren't in a situation, because I don't know what they were going through. But this could have very well stemmed because of child support payments. Alright, so let's see if I have any more questions. Okay, yeah, I do have one more question, the very last question. And for the last question, I want to know, did drugs play a role in this? Because sometimes, you know, people be sober and be doing horrendous things, you know. But a lot of times, people do be high and they don't be thinking right, you know. I think they just found the lady in the storm drain in Florida. I might do that one on my own later on, just to see what she was thinking when she got down there in that storm drain. But anyhow, focus. Spirit, can you tell us, did drugs play any type of a role in what Teresa did to Samuel? Did drugs play a role in what happened to Samuel on May the 27th? Were there any type of substances, drinks, anything like that involved? Oh, there they go. All right. Alright, so what came out is the 7 of candles, which is the 7 of wands, and we have the 6 of potions. So these 7 of candles, these are just cigarettes. So if somebody was stressed out, somebody was definitely chain smoking some cigarettes. That's for sure. Somebody was chain smoking or chain vaping or, yeah. And this 6 of potions card, there are like there are plants and stuff growing out of this, and even though I don't see liquid in these, the way these plants are all dried up and stuff, like these are old bottles, so maybe the liquor didn't play a role on that day particular, but in the past there may have been some drinking going on with Teresa or with Dalton or somebody. But I think on this particular day, I don't think it had anything to do with drinking. But I am getting the feeling that a lot of this transpired behind a financial burden somehow. So we're going to leave it there. Alright. I am Cleopatra Wallace, and if you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.